Welcome to Studi.Live, my dear students. In the previous segment, we learned everything about finding slopes of lines. Now it's time for us to go a bit forward and see a condition about slopes for perpendicular lines. Look at this figure. Now what do you see? We see there are two distinct lines having inclination alpha and beta. Okay, suppose I write down their slopes as M1 and M2. Slope of both the lines as M1 and M2. Okay, now what do you discover? I'll write here that alpha and beta are not equal to 90. Okay, they should not be vertical lines. They should be diagonal lines. So alpha and beta should not be 90. I'll take tan of alpha, which is the slope of the first line, as M1, and tan of beta, which is the slope of the second line, as M2. Fine. Now what do you see here, students? In the first diagram, alpha minus beta is surely minus 90. Whereas in the second diagram, alpha minus beta is plus 90. So here, what do we see? That alpha minus beta is plus or minus of 90. Isn't it? So then, can you tell me what will be the formula for cos of alpha minus beta? Cos of alpha minus beta will surely be cos of plus or minus 90, and all of you know that it is what? 0. So let us solve this and come out with a solution. So can I write this as cos of alpha, cos of beta, the compound angle formula, plus sine of alpha, sine of beta, that is equal to 0. Correct? So what would happen in my next step? I will take this to the other side. So what would I have? Sine of alpha into sine of beta is equal to, this goes to the other side and becomes minus of cos of alpha, cos of beta. So let us bring this down, and what do we understand? Can I write this way? Therefore, sine of alpha into sine of beta upon cos of alpha into cos of beta is minus 1. Isn't it? So let us complete this and come to the conclusion. Can I write this sine of alpha upon cos of alpha as tan of alpha? Can I write this sine of beta upon cos of beta as tan of beta? So what do we understand? The product is minus 1. And finally we discover the answer. Who is this tan of alpha? We have taken it as M1. Who is this tan of beta? We have taken it as M2. So remember, my dear students, whenever you got two perpendicular lines other than vertical lines, the product of their slopes is surely minus 1. Let us try this with an example. Suppose the slope of one line given is 2 by 3. Okay? And they asked me the slope of the other line which is perpendicular to it. Suppose I consider that slope as M2. Now I know the formula. So what would I do? M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. So 2 by 3 into M2 is equal to minus 1. And I discover the value of M2. Come on, what will be the value of M2? M2 is equal to minus 1 multiplied by, what will happen? This will go there and become 3 by 2. So I got the value of M2 as minus 3 by 2. Isn't it so easy? Now, we got the answer and we are very happy about it. But let's come to a shortcut. Could I save all these steps and return the answer directly? Come on, here are the shortcut. If I know the slope of the first line for this condition of perpendicular lines, I can straight away get the answer for the second line just by, first point, just change the sign, plus turns to minus. And second one, just write the reciprocal of the given number. 2 by 3 becomes 3 by 2. Wow, so fast. So let's finish it faster. Suppose if M1 is minus 1 upon 5. So what would be M2? In this case, minus turns to plus, 1 upon 5 becomes 5. Look at that. So we are able to get the slopes of perpendicular lines so easily. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching Studi.Live.